listening to In the Spin with DJ Eddie E, bringing you fresh spins from behind the deck, artist, pop culture, and all of the latest Billboard news. Now, live from Mankind Studios, your music McNugget and resident music maniac, Houston's own DJ Eddie E.
Hey, hey, hey. It's your little music McNugget here with DJ Aracely.
Yes. Okay. Can I have a 10-piece?
10-piece, 20-piece. You can have all the nuggets you want.
Okay. Give me some barbecue sauce.
And we also have our producer over here to my right, John.
Hey.
Hey, y'all.
Up in here in the in Mankind Studio.
And La Mankind Studios.
Mankind Studio.
Yes.
Who do you got on your show today?
Oh, today our special guest is Riley York. DJ Riley York from Chicago.
Oh, I heard he's phenomenon.
He is.
Absolutely phenomenon.
TheBombs.com. He be getting down in that booth too and just dancing.
Yes, ma'am, honey.
Gets into the gig.
When he does that Madonna Rama and then the Britney romp.
Yeah. It's Britney Bitch and then Les Pop, which is UK and pop from over there. And Kylie Minogue. Like, I love Kylie.
Wow, Miss Kylie. I love her.
So, yeah, we'll get to hear more about those and we'll get to hear about the that and more from Riley York in a little bit. But first, we got some T's.
Some T's and I's to cross and dot.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's talk. I was scrolling to some of my music library, and I'm just like, I forgot about these songs. I'm pretty sure everyone else did too. But there's a couple.
Which ones?
I Try by Macy Gray.
Yes, honey. What is it? How does it go?
I try to say goodbye and I choke. Hey.
Try to walk away and I stumble.
So I try to
hide it. It's clear. My work crumbles when you are not near. Yes.
Yeah, I remember that song. Her little scratchy voice.
Hey, I love girl. Yes, you see. Macy, honey, here's some honey. Here, yeah, swallow that.
Honey maple syrup.
Yeah, girl.
And then other song I have is All the Things She Said by Tattoo.
Oh,
remember them?
Yeah. Oh, hey, I love my lesbians, honey. Yes, ma'am, honey.
When I seen them do that performance on the MTV movie Music Awards,
yes, okay,
on stage kiss and everything,
and
the one out.
And the one who got a real kick out of that was at that time P Diddy or P Daddy. Yeah,
P Daddy.
P Diddy. What was his name before?
His name then was Puff Daddy.
Puff Daddy. Okay, well, same shit.
Yeah, you gotta change your name up sometimes.
Okay, for real.
Next time, before you know it, I'm just gonna be E.
Okay.
Then I'm just gonna be a noise.
No, ma'am.
Okay, another song, Butterfly, Crazy Town.
Oh God, that damn song! I used to hear it on the radio over and over and over. That was That was back in the the late 90s. That was what, 99, 98?
Somewhere around there.
I remember that, honey. Those were my high school days, honey.
Yeah, when I went to high school, when I would attend class. What's the other song? The Reason, Mahuba Stink.
Oh God, I'm done with you. I am so done.
I just want you to know.
Oh God.
I found a reason for me.
Okay, Miss Brown. Okay, she said it too.
Well, yes, we got a little time.
Yeah.
Give her some. No, I'm not gonna say that. I can't say that. I'll refrain from that comment.
Yes.
The next one, Because I Got High, Afro Man.
Oh God. Man, you see, you're trying to bring out some classics up in here. Now I'm gonna have to go into my back to home
archive.
Yes, and dust off some of my CDs and cassettes when I used to record them off of the radio.
I still
Remember
got
that?
cassettes too.
Oh, honey, I still have my cassettes. Let me see. I still have the cassettes that I recorded off of the radio back in 96, 95. Yes, and going to Astro World and then listening to my little Sony Walkman.
Yeah.
And then when we had to, and then when you want to hear that song again, you stop, push rewind, and then play again.
Yeah, it's not like today where you can just hit the back button and it goes back. You have to actually stop, rewind. And then stop to see if it's done. Nope. Keep rewinding.
Keep on going.
Oh, there it is.
If it went a little bit further than the song,
you forward
then you just play it a little bit and just let it go.
And you had to make sure you carry a pencil with you everywhere you went, because when that tape got ate up, you had to scroll it back in there.
Scroll it back in there and make sure that thing is tightened again, and then pop it back in. Exactly.
What was the other? I was just thinking.
What were you thinking?
Another song I remember. You remember that song "Esta Loca," Too Cool Chris?
Which one?
"Esta Loca," Too Cool Chris.
It sounds very familiar. I bet you, because it
the
sounds.
The chorus goes, "Esta loca, esta loca, dale huevo."
Oh my God! Yes, we used to play that in Energy. Oh my God!
That was back then. My sister would call it the rubber band music because all the songs had. They did.
They did.
It was. My sister was. I mean, I liked the music, but my brother-in-law and my sisters, they would get annoyed of it. Like, y'all listen to that rubber band music? They're. Remember Angelina? What did she have? Release Me. Release me. You gotta hold on to me. Yeah.
Yep.
That was back. Ooh, that was bringing me way back.
Yes.
That's why. Yeah, you're right. We had boom boxes and carrying around a boom box and the Walkman.
The Walkman.
That was before the Discman.
Yeah, you know what? I still remember my first CD player ever, and my mom got me that back in September. I'll never forget it. September 1996. She actually paid almost $800 for that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing, that was a hot commodity.
Come on, 8-track tape.
Hey, okay, they need that for real. See, we're going to need to go ahead. We need to do a video. We need to make a protest. We need to start bringing back the 8-tracks, honey. Because I still, you know what? I still have all of those at the house.
My dad still has an 8-track player and some 8-tracks.
Yep, I have my dad's 8-tracks. I have the 45s, all the LPs. Honey, you name it. I'm just over here just
eating a Danish.
Yes, I am. It's the raspberry. I see the raspberry, the apple, and the cream cheese.
Did you know that Simon Cowell has been trying to get a DJ competition show put together?
I wonder how that's going, because you know what? I don't know if people are always wonder, because you know how you hear about Glee, not Glee,
American Idol.
Yeah, American Idol. I'm over here thinking about something else, honey. Please excuse me. American Idol, all these little, The Voice and all that kind of stuff. I wonder if people are really kind of burnt out with the.
Well, I guess that's why. But apparently, Yahoo picked up Simon Cowell's DJ competition show, and it's gonna premiere via Yahoo Screen.
Why not on cable TV?
I guess it's like a pre-screen, and if it does good on the web. And then because he had a hard time getting people to invest in it. I think for the same reason that you just stated, because of.
Yeah.
That too is we just had an episode that we talked about that on Out and Out Talk with Tatiana and John when we talked about the different awards ceremonies that are going on right now. And what is it that you download from? What the hell is it? And then Netflix.
Yes.
Netflix and the HBOs and the Showtimes.
Everything's streaming.
Everything is streaming. People are watching TV how they want to watch it, when they want to watch it. And the broadcast televisions that your ABC, CBS's, Fox, so forth, they're not doing well in any of the award shows. That's why it was brought in on, what did you say it was brought in on? Hulu?
Yahoo.
On Yahoo.
Yahoo Screen.
Yahoo and Amazon Prime are becoming the huge front runners in the award shows because they can do a lot more with their programming. Kind of like us. We could say burp, fart, fuck, whatever we want to say because we don't have anybody. That's the very same thing with them. And they can also do it cheaper because they don't have the big brass of the Or they got their own big brass, but nonetheless, that answers your question.
Yeah, that is true.
Everyone's going streaming.
And it's not like how it used to be. I still remember when cable used to go off like around 11 o'clock at night and it was nothing but static.
Girl, I remember
And then it came
TV,
back on at 5 o'clock in the
the
morning.
huge TV like that took up half of the room.
Oh, yeah, the one that you put it on the little stand
Big
and it
one.
just turns to the right or to the left.
Mhm.
That
And then
looks
there
like a
was-
little drawer kind of thing.
Remember, we only had 13. The knobs only went up to 13.
13.
That's it.
That's it, honey.
We used to have aluminum foil that connected the antenna together.
We did that too.
Baby, you want to know something? Okay, the first time that I ever got my first TV, it had one of those knobs or whatever. But my knobs were missing or whatever. I think they fell off because you know how you just pull them off and they just come off. So I couldn't find one and I forgot where I put it at. So I don't know if I lost it or anything like that. But I just ran to the kitchen and then I took one off the stove. So, honey, channel HBO was on channel broil, honey. Yes, ma'am.
Channel broil.
Okay. If you want to watch Nick and Night, honey, put it at 375. Oh my God. For real.
Alright, good. You're listening to In the Spin with DJ Eddie E and my co-host DJ Aracely.
Yeah.
And don't forget, we're about to go into our special guest, DJ Riley York, in a quick. Once I catch my breath, in a quick second. Now would be a great time to go to our Facebook fan page and give it a like at In the Spin with DJ Eddie E, as well as my Instagram page at InTheSpin _. Our show is powered by Mankind Studio and is available for download at SoundCloud, iTunes, Facebook, and YouTube.
.com.
We'll be right back.
Always do it nice and rough. But we're gonna take the beginning of this song and do it easy. But then we're gonna do the finish rough. It's the way we do Proud Mary. Rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. Listen to the story now. Left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day. And I never lost 1 minute of sleep, and I was worrying about the way that things might have been. Big wheel keep on turning. Ooh, the Proud Mary keep on burning. And we're rolling, rolling, yeah, rolling on the river. Cleaned a lot of plates in Memphis,
And I
pumped a lot of tang down in New Orleans. But I never saw the good side of the city until I hitched the ride on the riverboat Queen.
know that
Big wheel keep on turning. Ooh, the Proud Mary keep on burning. And we're rolling,
rolling,
rolling, yeah,
rolling,
rolling on the river.
rolling on the river.
Say we're rolling,
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 rolling on the river.
rolling on the river.
I left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day. And I never lost 1 minute of sleep, and worrying about the way things might have been. Big wheel keep on turning, turning, Proud Mary keep on burning.
Hi, this is Tatiana with Out and Out Talk with Tatiana and John. Are you about that app life? Does the app life got you down? Well, we want to hear from you. Here at Out and Out Talk, we are looking for the juiciest story from any date that you've been on through the apps. Grindr, Jacked, Boy Ahoy, Scruff, Growler, all of them. Doesn't matter. We want to hear from you. Be sure to email us at Tatiana@outandouttalk.com or John@outandouttalk.com. And if your story is just that juicy, we may just pick it and read it on the air or give you a call and let you tell your story on the air with us. Make sure you give us a call, or we'll give you a call, or we'll give your date a call. Either one, let us know.
And we're back. You're listening to InTheSpin with DJ Eddie E. We're here with my special guest, DJ Riley York from Chicago. Riley, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing swell. How's the weather up there?
Pretty okay for winter time.
So, Riley, you have quite an impressive resume. You know, you're in charge of Bandanarama, the Britney Spears nights. What you have? How do you say it? Le Pop? Is that right?
Le Pop, yeah.
Le Pop and Beyonce night.
Mm-hmm.
And is that what other parties do you specialize in?
The top three parties that I do is Madonna is the first one I started, and then I started doing Britney. Now I do two Britney nights actually, and I also do a Kylie night bi-monthly. I do a Euro Pop night, and occasionally I'll throw in like a diva gay icon night. Depends if somebody has an album out or a release party or something themed around Pride. There's always something on schedule.
And those are your monthly parties, right?
Yes, I do Madonna monthly, first Sunday of every month. And then I do Britney at two different places, also every month. I do Kylie every other month, and the other parties are kind of not on a set schedule, but they do happen a few times a year.
Mm-hmm. So how are they going for you? Are they all working pretty well? I mean, because they've been going on for a while, right?
Yeah, I've been doing this for almost 10 years, actually a little over 10 years. Yeah, I do enjoy everything that I do. I don't think I could do it for this long if I didn't enjoy it.
Of course. You have to love what you're doing.
Yes.
And you obviously do, because I know it takes a lot of time and effort to actually put this together, because I've actually had to do nights where it was focused on one artist. Like I had to do a Pitbull and Enrique party, a Katy Perry party, Lady Gaga, and a Beyonce, and I think a Shakira night. And they're not easy to do. So how do you deal with all this, and how much time goes into preparing for the night?
Well, you have to be a fan of the artist. If I'm not a fan of the artist, I won't do it. If I don't like at least, I may not like all their work, but if I don't like at least, like a good chunk of their work, then I really can't do a night because I consider myself a fan then, and it would be kind of, faking a night. I'm a big fan of the artists that I do, Madonna, Britney, Kylie, and I've been following them pretty much from day one. So, their library is already in my head, and then it's just, putting this stuff together and, updating the new stuff and making the remix videos and editing things and stuff like that. If it was an artist that, I didn't like, which I've tried before and I didn't like it and I said I won't do it again. So yes. I think you definitely have to be a fan in order to do a night like that.
Yeah, so in turn, because if you're not having fun with it, it's like everyone else is not they're gonna be able to tell that you don't really like this person or.
Yeah, and you always get fans that come up, and that will request a B-side or an unreleased track, and then my job would go like, sorry, I don't know what that is. And,
versus because I know
it makes me look bad.
Yeah, because I know you have I know for a fact, following you on Facebook and stuff, that you have like almost all the Madonnas and even some unreleased and from overseas, and even with Kylie, you have very rare tracks. So your parties stand out. You make your parties stand out for that reason, and I think that's what makes it a success.
I think you have to give the audience, you have to please the fan of the artist, the casual person that comes into the bar that just wants the hits, and then you kind of, have to surprise them a little bit too.
And I suppose there's a big difference in being a fan of the artist and just having a catalog of the music, because if you have a catalog of the music and you just play, well, I've got 75 Madonna, for example, Madonna songs, I'll play those through, versus playing songs by Madonna that logically fit together for a specific reason that you as the DJ artist put together for that reason, versus just rambling out a whole bunch of that artist's music because you happen to have enough to get through the night. Am I correct?
Yes, absolutely. I actually have a term for people that have done, or should I say, tried to imitate the Madonna party that I've done, and I call it iPod on shuffle. You put 100 Madonna songs, and then you put them on shuffle, and then they don't go together. They're not beat matched, and everything to me has to fit and be perfect. It's kind of like a concert almost.
Sure.
It has to go from one place to another. You can't just play this song and then suddenly play an 80s song and then go back to 2005 and then so on and so on.
Well, imagine if you went to, and we say Madonna, imagine if you went to Madonna concert and all she did was just took every single song she had, put it all in a hat and pulled it together and made an hour and a half music tour of it. A lot of people would be highly, highly disappointed, where when she puts those songs together on stage in a specific order because of either an emotional connection or a beat per minute or whatever, that I'm sure that you as a DJ artist putting those pieces together on a theme night do the same thing makes you very much an artist as well, right?
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, because I remember, I forgot what concert or what tour that was, where she comes out of the big disco ball at the beginning.
Confessions tour.
Yes, Confessions. And she did, that was one of my favorites. And then when she came out, and then she did Future Lovers. And then she mashed it in the middle. She mashed up I Feel Love by Donna Summer. And it was that was just like magical. Like, so, it does make sense. Obviously you're doing a really great job, because not only are you doing that in Chicago, but you've come down to Houston. How many times did you come down to Houston, South Beach, Houston this past year? I'm sorry.
This past year, God, 5 or 6 times maybe. I haven't really counted.
It was,
but I do make it down to Houston a few times a year.
Yeah, and it's you're pretty popular over here now too. Remember, I was joking with you saying, why don't you just become a resident DJ here?
I don't think I could live in Houston all year long.
Do you know when you're gonna be back yet, or is that a secret?
No, there's nothing scheduled at the moment. But
well, I'm pretty sure they're gonna bring you back from Madonna Rama.
So.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be back in the spring or something.
I'm Madonna Rama. I'm pretty sure they're gonna get you to do that.
Oh, we'll see. Let's hope.
And if they don't, I'll make them.
I'll hope to do that.
Another what's a song that gets you going? Like, what is that one song that no matter what's going on, you push play, it makes everything go away? Like it just does it for you.
You know, there's so many of them, especially over the years, you know, that always put me in a great mood. But I guess if I had to pick one, it would have to be Madonna's "Hung Up," because it just, no matter what, you know, if I'm in a bad mood or, you know, the dancer's not dancing, somehow it just, everything makes it perfect. It's got a great sample, and it's, you know, it's a track that older people recognize and younger people recognize, and it's just catchy as hell. There's no way you cannot not sing along to it.
So everything about the song is just captivates you and gets you just back in that happy place.
Yes, yes, I mean it's it's a great transition song. You can go from something slower to faster or vice versa, and it's got a great filtered bass line that that filters the ABBA sample, and then it goes into the actual ABBA sample, which is instantly recognizable.
Yeah.
And then it's got this amazing melody thrown on top of the melody that was already good to begin with. So it's kind of like two amazing songs in one, because I'm a fan of the original ABBA song as well.
Yes.
So for some reason, that song just is perfect. It's a song I throw on a dance floor. It's a song I use at the gym when I can't push anymore. Then I throw that on and run an extra mile.
Yeah.
Always works.
With being that said that you specialize, with all these, specific artist specific parties, would you what style would you say is your style aside from that?
Outside of that, I pretty much stick to dance, remix, pop genre. I like to keep it familiar to the audience, but I also don't like to, just play what's on the radio all night long, because you can just turn on the radio, and that doesn't make the club experience special in any way.
Yeah,
I do specialize in remix videos as well.
How do you manage your nightlife with your normal, regular, everyday day life with the nightlife? How do
I manage it?
How do you balance it? Yeah, because I remember I think you were for a while there last year. You were flying back and forth. I think you were like twice in the month in Houston, and then you had he had to get back to go to another gig, and so in Chicago. So how do you make that work, and how do how do you fit your normal life into that?
It's a lot of sleepless nights. But then, I do try to make my week, if I do have, certain nights I work here and then I got to fly somewhere and do something. And then I kind of make sure in my schedule that I kind of have, 2-3 days off completely after that, so I can just, recover from everything that just gone through. It's the nightlife energy that keeps me going, though. I mean, as tired as I might be, after a flight, after a night of work and not sleeping, the moment I get in the booth and start playing, I feed off the energy of the crowd, and then that just makes, everything go away. And then
I know exactly what you mean.
It's amazing.
And as soon as I'm done wrapping up, the tiredness just kicks right back in.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cause I know, cause and you've shown me, cause every time I've gone in there and seen you never. I would expect that you were tired because, I've seen, like I said, I follow you on Facebook, and you have, like, I'm flying from here and then I'm going here, and then you're flying back, and then 2 hours later you're back at your other residency.
In another DJ booth.
Yeah, and I'm just like, he was just here.
There were some weekends when I've done, like, a night in Chicago, then a night in Houston of all Madonna, and then flew to Chicago and then all Madonna again. So, like, I literally have done, like, 24-hour set of one artist.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see you every time. When I see you, I walk up when I'm just to go say hi, and then there you are, doing your little dance that nobody else can do. Only you can do that little dance that you do. When you just in there getting it and feeling it, and it's awesome because I love it, and because I do it too, and I just like it because, when the audience feeds off of you, and that's just great that they can make that connection with you, that, you're giving them a good time and showing them a good time, and that you're a part of the good time.
Yeah. If I'm not having fun, then why should the audience have fun?
Exactly.
If I look miserable, then, they're going to feed off of that.
All right. You're listening to In the Spin with DJ Eddie E. We're here today with my special guest, DJ Riley York. That would be a perfect time to go to my Facebook fan page and give it a like at In the Spin with DJ Eddie E, as well as my Instagram page at In the Spin. Our show is powered by Mankind Studio and is available for download at SoundCloud, iTunes, Facebook, and YouTube. And Riley, can I ask you? I need one quick question before we let you go.
Sure.
What's one piece of advice, a good piece of advice you would give someone, or a piece of advice that has been given to you that you would share?
As far as DJing?
Yeah, what's the greatest that you could give, or that greatest?
Never lose yourself and never play a track that you absolutely hate just because somebody's making you. If if somebody comes up to you and asks for a track and you absolutely hate it or you don't think it fits in, you might piss off that one person, but you will stay true to yourself. My advice to any DJ would be, always stay true to yourself. You may want to, get into the crowd a little bit more and feed off of them a little bit, but never lose what your personal style is of DJing. Never become a jukebox, pretty much.
Yeah. All right,
never
ready?
become, request people.
That's awesome. I agree with you 100% on that. But thanks, Riley. Thanks for joining us today in the studio and giving us letting us prick your brain for a little bit. And real quick,
right.
Can you give us for our listeners, whoever, if they're listening, where can we find you normally?
You can find me Twitter, DJ Riley York, Instagram, and SoundCloud, Riley Remix, and Facebook.com, DJ Riley York as well.
Okay. All right. Once again, thanks for spending time with us, and I guess I will see you hopefully in the future here in Houston.
Yep. I hope to see you guys soon.
All righty. Once again, you're listening to In the Spin with DJ Eddie, and we'll be right back after this break.
Hi everyone, this is Coffee and you are listening to In the Spin with DJ Eddie E.
And we're back.
Please apologize. Who was over here trying to eat his Danish at the same time?
I gotta. Can only focus on one thing at a time. That was DJ Riley York, good friend of mine from Chicago. Hopefully, we'll see him soon again here in Houston.
Yes.
Which I'm pretty sure.
Which he will, because
For
when he comes for the
Madonna-rama,
Madonna
yeah.
Rama,
Mhm.
baby, my ass will be dancing 24/7 on that box.
24/7.
Yes, honey.
Girl, do you remember Jagged Edge?
Yes. What about him?
One of the singers, Kyle Norman, he won't be meeting his fiance at the altar
Why is that?
because he's been accused of beating her up and attempting to make her swallow her own engagement ring. Ain't that crazy?
Girl, did she eat the cake?
I would have said, I'll eat the cake, not my ring. I'd rather eat the cake.
Anime, this cake is real good.
Take some cake. No, apparently not, but he's been arrested or whatever, and it's under investigation.
Was he drunk or something?
No, this is just him being,
Was he high?
I don't know. Maybe he got nostalgic and listened to it because I got high right after man. And then, that influenced him to act a fool. Or he might be on them bath salts.
Girl, no, ma'am. I don't
Becoming a
understand
zombie
that.
like everybody else is.
Girl, this is what you call girl interrupted, honey. For real.
Speaking of going crazy, or I don't know if it's really going crazy, but
What?
you remember Maya,
Maya?
the singer?
Ghetto superstar.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so she was one of the bigger stars in the late 90s.
Mm-hmm.
So now she's not.
Girl, okay, after she did Ghetto Superstar, she did really good, and then she did that Lady Marmalade or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
After that, ceased to exist.
Yeah.
What's going on?
She just kind of fell off a little bit.
Why?
I think the last album the one she did with Missy was My Body's Like Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
She had 2 albums actually that were only released in Japan.
Yeah, that's right.
But that was it. I don't even know how good those went.
Oh,
Apparently
honey.
they didn't go so well. Because she is now working in a strip club.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's on YouTube.
She's come on, Players Club.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
What was that girl's name?
Huh, Diamond?
Yeah, Diamond. Come on, Diamond.
Come on, Diamond. For real.
Yeah, apparently she was at Club G5 in Miami.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
Girl, she was, and I saw the video.
How was she?
Girl, she was working the money tossing crowd like she was behind on rent.
Wait.
She was.
Okay.
She was getting it.
Well, it is the beginning of the month, honey.
I thought I was watching.
What day did they post up that video on YouTube?
It was like recently, like
recently,
2-3 days ago.
2-3. Oh, honey. Oh, that's why. Because the beginning of the month is just around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Rent's due.
And if you want to go see that video, you can go to YouTube and type in Maya at Miami Club G5 stripping, and you will see Maya, working it like she was behind on rent.
Okay, come on, Diamond. There's some hoes in this
It's
house.
also on the afterthoughts page of www.inthespin.com.
Yes.
Hey.
Plug.
Just so you know.
There we go.
There we go.
Yes, ma'am.
So I think that sums it up for the crazy for this week.
Boo. We need to catch up some more stories.
Oh, no, I got one more.
Oh, what is it now?
Girl, this is a good, juicy one, too. So, Howard Stern said some pretty mean things about Sam Smith.
Oh, God.
And Sam Smith was not very happy about it.
What did he say?
He didn't retaliate very well. If I was Sam Smith, I would have just let it, water off a duck's back.
Oh.
Because, first of all, okay, this is...
The shade, honey, the shade.
Okay. Pretty much Howard Stern called him fat, but this is how it went.
Mm-hmm.
First, he called him an ugly motherfucker.
Okay.
Then those are Howard Stern's words. In quotes, not mine.
Hey, but that's Howard Stern, honey. I mean, it went... Okay, go ahead. I'll tell you.
He says, and then after he says that, He says, "You know what I like about the guy? He's fat. I love it."
But that's Howard Stern, though, because that's how he is, though, and he could give a rat's ass about what anybody says, regardless of what you know what they say.
Have you seen Howard Stern?
Yes.
If he called me fat and ugly, I wouldn't give a care. I would say that man has.
Baby, if he would have told me the same thing, I would have been like, I'm
Howard
fat
Stern's
and I'm
calling me
proud.
fat and ugly. Really, that guy is calling me ugly?
Have you ever seen him on the reality show that he does?
Yeah.
He's like one step away from a walker. I mean, he walks all osteoporosis back and skinny old frail.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so I would not be bothered.
We are not bothered.
I wouldn't be. It would not press me. I would be unbothered.
Yeah.
But apparently Sam Smith, I don't know. He went on Instagram and he posted a shirtless pic of himself to prove that he was indeed not fat. But the picture was not even a flattering picture.
He's just big boned.
And then, because he wasn't even shirtless. He was wearing like a parka and had it only barely showing like the middle of his chest, and that's it. It didn't prove that he wasn't fat or is. And then he had all this nasty scruffy hair everywhere. It's like patches of taco meat. Like, it didn't look right, why would
we need to send the definition for manscaping.
Something he could have cleaned it up before, and then even in the picture he does. You can totally tell he's like really done up in the videos and other pictures, because what I saw on that, I was like, ew. Like, I'm sorry, like maybe Howard Stern was right.
Where is Sam from? Where's he from?
I don't know. I kind of don't. Really, not that I don't like him, but I just his music doesn't do it for me.
About his music, because a lot of people always like, oh, I love him and all this and that. He reminds me of, and the way he looks, he reminds me of the Smiths back in the 80s. That's what he reminds me of. And then Sam Smith, I wonder if his idols were the Smiths.
Probably.
Okay.
He should follow their
if nobody
grooming.
don't know what we're talking about the Smiths was a European group back in the day, back in the 80s. One of their biggest hits was 1984's How Soon Is Now. If y'all guys look it up, check it out. Now you see where we're coming from.
And that was your history lesson for today.
Yes.
Teaching the children.
Okay, and that was back then in 84, a top 10 Billboard hit.
That's the year I was born.
Mine? Really?
Yes.
Yeah. What month?
December.
Yes. Oh, honey, you just came in late.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They were probably jamming it as I was coming out.
Okay.
As I was popping out my mother.
Honey, you did not pop out, honey. You flew out.
Probably.
She came out.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Okay. She came out with feathers and some rhinestones, honey.
I was a big one too.
Oh.
I was
really?
Like 10 pounds.
Oh, girl, no ma'am. I was small. I was a 7-pound baby. 7 pounds, 8 ounces.
I was like 10 pounds and some 6 ounces, I think.
Yes, ma'am.
Something like that. I was a big old little baby.
Yes, ma'am. Those were the days.
Like we can remember when we were coming out. I see the light.
Okay.
All right. You're listening to In the Spin with DJ Eddie E and co-host DJ Aracely.
Yes.
Today our guest. Oops.
Oh, see, already
my guest was Riley. The great
so
Riley
fired.
York.
Yes. Come on, Riley.
And that would be a great time to go to our Facebook fan page and give it a like. In the Spin with DJ Eddie E, and my Instagram page at InTheSpin_. Our show is powered by Mankind Studio and is available for download at SoundCloud, iTunes, Facebook, and YouTube.
.com.
All right, guys, and remember, if you're having a bad day, just press play.
The best in pop music, yeah. Get into it.
Happy Labor Day, everyone. This is Drew G, and you're listening to Dirty Pop 37. It's our annual End of the Summer disc. I truly hope you enjoy all the new tunes we got here for you guys. Check out our new website, officialdirtypop.com, our original website, djdrewg.com. Check us out on SoundCloud /DJDrewG, and also you can download the Dirty Pop podcast, as always, on iTunes. Look forward to seeing you guys on the road, and have a safe and happy holiday.
When the rest of me is down, you enchant me, even when you're